In the midst of chaos, where do you find your anchor? Today, we journey back in time to an ancient tale of unwavering faith. Picture a city, not just any city, but the biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. It was here, amidst these cities known for their sin and decadence, that we find our protagonists, Lot and his daughters. Their world was one of corruption, a place where morality was lost in the whirlwind of hedonism. Imagine the struggle, the turmoil of trying to hold on to your values, your faith, while the world around you crumbles into sin. It was a situation as dire as it was hopeless, a test of faith like no other. Yet in the heart of this chaos, Lot and his daughters remained steadfast. They found their anchor not in the physical world around them, but in their unyielding faith. In the heart of destruction, they found their refuge in faith. But how? Imagine your entire world crumbling around you, yet you remain unmoved. This was the faith of Lot and his daughters. In the midst of chaos and destruction, their faith remained as steady as a rock, unyielding to the pressures of their circumstances. Let's delve into the remarkable testament of faith displayed by Lot and his daughters, as illustrated in the Bible. The story of Lot and his daughters, as told in the book of Genesis, is a tale of unwavering faith amidst devastation. The city of Sodom and Gomorrah was condemned by God for its wickedness, and in his divine judgment, he chose to destroy it. Yet in his mercy, he spared Lot and his family, instructing them to flee without looking back. In the face of impending doom, Lot and his daughters did not question, waver, or rebel. Instead, they chose to obey, to trust in a higher power, to believe in the promise of salvation. Their faith was not shaken by the thunderous roars of divine judgment, nor by the fiery rain that fell from the heavens. They held on to their faith even when their world was falling apart. This faith was not built overnight. It was the result of a deep personal relationship with God. It was a faith that understood the nature of God, His justice, His mercy, His love. It was a faith that said, "Even though He slays me, yet will I trust in Him," as stated in the book of Job. Theirs was a faith that stood the test of time and adversity. They stood firm on the promises of God, refusing to let fear and doubt creep in. They knew that even in the midst of destruction, God was with them. They had faith that whatever happened, they were in God's hands. Their faith was not a blind faith, but a faith grounded in the knowledge and experience of God's goodness and faithfulness. It was a faith that saw beyond the immediate and looked to the eternal. Their faith was their shield and their beacon, guiding them through the darkness. In every story, there is a lesson to be learned. What can we glean from this ancient tale of faith? Let's delve into the depths of this narrative, extracting pearls of wisdom that are as relevant today as they were millennia ago. The story of Lot and his daughters, told in the dusty pages of an Old Testament, offers us a rich tapestry of lessons. Firstly, it's a testament to the power of faith in the face of adversity. Lot's unyielding belief in the divine, even when the world around him crumbled, stands as a beacon for us all. In a world riddled with uncertainty and turmoil, it's easy to lose sight of our faith. Yet, much like Lot, it's in these trying times that our faith should be the strongest, guiding us through the storm. Another lesson nestled in this tale is the importance of obedience and trust in divine wisdom. Lot and his daughters remained obedient to God's commands, even when they seemed inexplicable. This act of obedience ultimately led to their salvation. In our lives too, there are moments when we may be called to tread the path less taken, to go against the grain. In these instances, let's remember the lesson of obedience from Lot's story. Lastly, the story of Lot and his daughters teaches us about the consequences of our actions. Lot's wife, unable to resist the temptation, turned back and was turned into a pillar of salt. This narrative reminds us that our actions, no matter how small, can have profound consequences. As we navigate through our lives, let's bear in mind that each choice we make shapes the course of our destiny. These lessons, woven into the fabric of an ancient tale, speak to us in our modern context. They remind us to hold on to our faith, to trust in divine wisdom, and to be mindful of our actions. These lessons, timeless and universal, echo through the ages to us today. Scene script. Lessons are meaningless unless applied. How can we use these insights in our own lives? It's time to bring the lessons from Lot's story into our own lives. We have learned about unwavering faith, resilience in the face of adversity, and the power of having a spiritual anchor. But how do we translate these lessons into practical steps? First, let's consider the idea of unwavering faith. In our lives, we may face trials and tribulations. There may be moments when we feel like we're standing in the midst of our own Sodom and Gomorrah, surrounded by chaos and uncertainty. But let's remember Lot's faith. He held firm to his beliefs, even when everything around him was crumbling. So, let's not lose sight of our faith, no matter how dire things may seem. Secondly, let's look at resilience. Lot and his daughters endured unimaginable adversities, yet they remained steadfast. We too may face adversities, but we shouldn't let them break us. Instead, let's use them as stepping stones to build our character, to mold us into stronger and more resilient individuals. Lastly, let's not forget the importance of having a spiritual anchor. Lot and his daughters found solace in their faith. It was their beacon in the dark, their refuge amidst the storm. We too can find our solace in faith. It can be a source of comfort, a beacon to guide us when we're lost, and a refuge when the storm rages. In applying these lessons, we are not merely surviving our adversities, we are transcending them. We are not just weathering the storm, we are learning to dance in the rain. And in doing so, we are becoming stronger, more resilient, and more spiritually grounded individuals. So the next time life throws a curveball your way, remember Lot's story. Remember his unwavering faith, his resilience, and his spiritual anchor. And know that you too possess these qualities. You too can navigate through the storm and emerge stronger on the other side. Like Lot and his daughters, we too can find our anchor in faith. In the face of adversity, faith can be our greatest ally. As we've journeyed through the story of Lot and his daughters, we've seen this truth illuminated in the most profound way. They stood firm, unwavering in their faith, even as the world around them crumbled into chaos. Their story serves as an enduring testament to the power of faith, a beacon of hope that shines across the centuries. In this journey, we've gleaned valuable lessons. We've learned that faith is not just about believing when everything is going right. It's about holding on when everything seems to be going wrong. It's about finding solace in the divine, even when the world offers none. It's about resilience, persistence, and the unwavering belief that there is a higher power watching over us, guiding us through every storm. Just as Lot and his daughters found their refuge in faith amidst the storm, so can we. Remember, when the world around you is in chaos, hold on to your faith. If you've found value in this video, we appreciate your support. The world can be a stormy sea, and the lessons we've shared today are designed to serve as an anchor, to provide stability and guidance. This is the essence of our journey together. Your support, your likes, your shares, they are the wind in our sails, propelling us forward, enabling us to continue creating content that can help us all navigate life's turbulent waters. So if you found even a single pearl of wisdom in our discussion of Lot and his daughters, their unwavering faith, and the lessons we can draw from their story, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you're not only gaining access to a wealth of knowledge and insight, but you're also becoming a part of a community of seekers, individuals committed to personal growth and spiritual exploration. And if you feel that the insights we've shared today have resonated with you, that they've provided a fresh perspective or ignited a spark of understanding, then we encourage you to hit that like button. It's a small action, but it sends a powerful message. It tells us that we're on the right path, that we're creating content that truly matters. But the journey doesn't end here. If you know someone who might benefit from the lessons we've discussed, someone who might find solace or inspiration in the story of Lot and his daughters, then we urge you to share this video. Share it with your friends, your family, your community. Let's spread the wisdom. Let's create ripples of understanding that can reach the farthest corners of the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, faith is the anchor in the storm. Until next time, stay anchored. Your support means more than you know. It's the fuel for our mission, the beacon that guides our journey. Together, we can weather any storm, we can navigate any sea. Until our paths cross again, may your faith remain your anchor, your guide, your strength.